Happy Friday, everyone. It's Finished Object Friday. It's Fun Fact Friday as well. So let's get started. So you have one of these, or you may have one of these, and you want to create something out of it and you don't want to run out of yarn. I touched a little bit on making the sweater on how to estimate your yarn by weighing it. So your good old handy kitchen scale is always helpful if you're going to do something such as this. Yep, this is my semi-quasi speckled Pima cotton, which, yeah, that's a work in progress because you have to keep the cotton wet and it has to sit on the table for so long, and you don't want too much water and not enough water so the dye sets. 100 gram skein. This is all I have left instead of something like this, which I know a lot of you probably have a lot of stuff like this in your stash left over. So I only have this. Why? Because I use this, my kitchen scale. Now, the fun fact for Friday is, do you know garter stitch, which is knit every row, actually uses more yarn than a stockinette stitch? So knowing that fact, I went to look for patterns. Now, initially I was looking at a crochet pattern because I wanted to show off my mad, crazy crochet skills, which, God bless her, my mother, she was right-handed. I am left-handed, so I crochet backwards. And she always looked at me when I was crocheting and she's like, I'm not sure how you're doing this, but you're getting the stitches right, but you're backwards. So that being said, I found a knitting pattern. It is from Nifty Knitting. Say that 3 times fast. It is the Lace Triangle Shawl. I'll put the link in the description below. And it uses some yarn overs, knit 2 togethers, and then on the reverse side, it's yarn over, slip, slip, knit, and doing your decreases. So by knowing that stockinette, which this is stockinette because you purl on the wrong side, would actually use less yarn, which is helpful, but also the yarn overs would give me greater length in width and everything that goes with it. So knowing that this would move fast, it would create a nice drapey fabric because it is cotton. It is summertime. So I didn't want to create something with Pima cotton that I'm not going to use. So with this, knowing that I could do this from corner to corner, from one point to the next point, again, handy kitchen scale, dust it off, guys. It's useful for estimating. So what did I do is, once I got started, and it's all on the increase side for this pattern, I left myself a little wiggle room at 54 grams because these are 100 gram skeins. At 54 grams, I started my decreases. And then I still had leftovers because I wanted that wiggle room because, yes, I don't know if you can see, show off my mad skills. I did put a crochet border on here. Because this is Pima cotton and cotton does stretch, and with having all those yarn overs in it, I didn't want something that over time it's just going to go completely out of skew. It's not going to keep its shape. So by doing, knitting loves a little crochet, by doing a little bit around there, I had enough, and this is all I have left over. So estimating yarn via weighing it when you're doing something like this from side to side, or even if you're doing a scarf of some sort, and you're halfway through it and you measure it out and say, okay, this is where I need to go with it. Another good tip and trick is it also pertains to crochet, because a single crochet uses actually less yarn than a double crochet, but yet a double crochet gives you more height. So depending on your project, whether it's knit or crochet, how wide it is, if it's going to be a mesh, if it's going to be a lace, you're going to add some height. You're going to use less yarn than, say, something more complex in crochet or something more complex in knitting. So take that into account, because whatever goes in height might shrink this way and vice versa. And that's how you do it. Easy for Friday. And I think I got something to go with this, and I'm going to be working with this. Gotta love it. So everyone have a great weekend, and stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.